Technology, and the nation's second best university and the most beautiful campus in Nigeria, the Federal University of Technology, Akure. We are gathered here for the inaugural lecture of Professor Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh, a professor of computer science, artificial intelligence, to be delivered and the titled Intelligent Traversal Through the Information Wilderness towards knowledge discovery and decision support. Here today we have the academic leaders of our institution under the leadership of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Adenike Temidayo Oladiji, Fellow Academy of Science. You are welcome to this program. To be supported by other principal officers, we have the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor T.T. Amos. You are welcome, sir. The Deputy Vice Chancellor Development, Professor S.S. Oluyamo. You are welcome, sir. The Registrar and the Secretary to the Council, Mr. Richard, Mr. Charles Adeleye. You are welcome, sir. The University Bossa, the Chancellor of our Exchequer, Mr. Julius Adeshoba. You are welcome, sir. The University Librarian, Dr. Akinyade Robert, ably represented by the Deputy University Librarian, Mr. Akin Olofin-Shawe. You are all welcome. A round of applause for them. And equally, the Chair Committee of Deans, who is equally the Dean School of Arts and Mineral Sciences, Professor Y.A.B. Anifoloshe. You are welcome, sir. A member of Council and the Dean School of Agric and Agricultural Technology, Professor Mrs. Oluwatoyin Faramade Oludansi. You are welcome, ma'am. The Dean School of Engineering and Engineering Technology, Professor Peter Olukayode. Okay, you are welcome, sir. The Dean School of Environmental Technology, Professor Isaac Olaniyi Aje. You are welcome to this program, sir. By this side of the divide, we have the Dean School of Life Sciences, Professor Michael Olufemi Ashamo. You are welcome, sir. A member of Council and the Dean School of Computing, Professor Boniface Kayode Alishe. You are welcome, sir. We have Professor Adebola. He is the Dean School of Physical Sciences. You are welcome, sir. We have Professor Simeon Oke, the Dean School of Innovation and Logistics Technology. You are welcome, sir. We have the Dean School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Bello Oluwayo Olusoji. You are welcome, sir. And the Dean of the largest school in Futa, the Dean of Students, Professor David Olukayode Olariwajuoke. You are welcome, sir. A round of applause for every one of them. While welcoming everybody once again to this inaugural lecture, I would not like to leave the inaugural lecturer out of this. We have in our midst again, and congratulations to her, Professor Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh. You are welcome, ma'am. To this end, I would like to bring to the podium for her address the Vice Chancellor, Professor Adenike Temidayo Oladiji, FAS. The Vice Chancellor, you are welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. The Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Development, Registrar, and other principal officers. We have the Bossa and the Librarian here. My lords, spiritual and temporal, top government functionaries here present, the inaugural lecturer of today, Professor Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh, deans, directors, and heads of department, particularly the Dean of the School of Computing and the HOD Information Systems, distinguished members of Senate and congregation, eminent scholars and friends of the university, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to welcome you to the 168th inaugural lecture of the Federal University of Technology, Akure. I warmly welcome our spiritual and traditional leaders, top government functionaries, captains of industries, friends of the university, and the entire staff and students of the university. I welcome with great pleasure the immediate and extended family members, friends, and well-wishers of the inaugural lecturer, while I felicitate Professor Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh on this academic milestone. May I, at this juncture, request the inaugural lecturer to please rise while I present our citation. Thank you, ma'am. Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh was born on the 12th of April 1975 in Shomolu, Lagos State. After her elementary education, she proceeded to St. Louis Grammar School, Ikere Ekiti, where she obtained her secondary school certificate in 1991. She furthered her education at Ondo State University, Ado-Ekiti, Ekiti State, where she obtained BSc Honors in Computer Science in 1998. Thereafter, she proceeded to the Federal University of Technology, Akure, where she bagged MTech Computer Science and PhD also in Computer Science in 2003 and 2010, respectively. Professor Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh joined the services of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, as graduate assistant in the Department of Industrial Mathematics and Computer Science in 1999 and rose through the ranks to become a professor in the year 2019. Professor Ojokoh has supervised 27 masters and 3 PhD to completion and co-supervised 9 PhD students. She has served as internal and external examiners at many undergraduate and postgraduate examinations. She has also participated in many local and international conferences. Bolanle has authored and co-authored over 100 articles in reputable peer-reviewed, both local and international, and she is a reviewer for academic and professional journals, such as the Journal of Computational Biology and Bioinformatics Research, Journal of Computer Engineering and Information Technology, Applied Soft Computing Journal, Scientific Africa, and Frontiers in Big Data. Professor Bolanle Ojokoh has won many awards, recognitions, and distinctions. Among many, we have she was a winner and representative for Ondo State in the National Essay Competition for Children's Day in 1990. She was the best graduating student, Faculty of Science, Ondo State University, Ado-Ekiti in 1998. She got the Young Affiliate Awards for outstanding research achievements in Sub-Saharan Africa, Third World Academy of Science in the year 2013. She was a winner of 29 million Naira research grant on automated contact tracing and privacy-preserving and case-based referral platform for prediction and containment of COVID-19 in Nigeria by the Third Fund NRF in the year 2020. She was the principal investigator. She has the award. She was award winner of highest citation on Google Scholar in the School of Computing, FUTA, as described by our Center for Research and Development in the year 2021. She also won a grant attendance grant by Volkswagen Foundation to attend a conference on AI and the future of societies in Germany in the year 2022. Professor Bolanle Ojokoh belongs to many professional bodies. She is a fellow of the African Science Leadership Program, a member Nigerian Computer Society, member International Network of Women Engineers and Scientists, was a member Organization of Women in Science for the Developing World, member Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria, member Association of Computing Machinery, and many more. Professor Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh has served the university in many capacities. She was member of the computer science member and computer science representative on the DTLC School of Science for FUTA in 2011. She was a member of the scientific committee. She was the scientific committee chair, local organizing committee for OWSD FUTA conference in 2015. Member Senate Academic Planning Committee of FUTA between 2018 and 2021. Member University Accreditation Committee for FUTA 2019 to 2022. Head of Department of Information Systems between the year 2021 and 2023, and a member University Endowment Committee from 2024 till date. Professor Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh is happily married, and the union is blessed with children. Accurate and reliable information is essential to good decision making. In today's digital world, we are overwhelmed by an unorganized flood of information, leaving users bewildered and struggling to find value. The lecture of today will be providing innovative initiatives that harnesses the power of artificial intelligence to obtain valuable insights from sea of data, which will in turn empower individuals and organizations alike to make informed decisions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to present today's lecture titled Intelligent Traversal Through the Information Wilderness Towards Knowledge Discovery and Decision Support, please join me as I invite Professor Bolanle Adefowoke Ojokoh to make the presentation.
The Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academy, Deputy Vice Chancellor Development, the Registrar, other principal officers of the university, provost deans and directors, professors and other members of Senate, members of the academia, administrative and technical staff, professional colleagues, my Lord spiritual and temporal, distinguished guests and friends of the university, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, great Futarians, I give all the glory to the Almighty God, who guides the paths of humans and speaks his will to fruition by his unfathomable power and such operators for more precise results. This provides the means to access more relevant and credible information. AI-powered tools can personalize your information search experience. They can suggest relevant articles, websites, or experts based on your interests and search history. Many times, there is a combination of one or more of these tools to provide an optimal experience of knowledge discovery. My contributions to knowledge. Over the years, my exploration in the research domain has revolved around different AI approaches for text mining, data analytics, smart recommendation, and health informatics. I have also conducted some studies on gender issues in science and technology. Hence, in the next few minutes, I will describe my contribution to knowledge in these major areas in the following sections. The first is text mining for provision of insights and high-quality information. Text mining is a subfield of AI that focuses on discovering and extracting earlier unfamiliar knowledge and valuable information from a huge quantity of unstructured textual data. This data can come from various sources like documents, emails, social media posts, news articles, and more. It is based on a variety of advanced techniques stemming from statistics, machine learning, and linguistics. Text mining utilizes interdisciplinary techniques to find patterns and trends in unstructured data, and is more commonly attributed but not limited to textual information. I have solved problems of information retrieval and metadata extraction. Ojokoh 2009, Ojokoh et al. 2008, A 2008C, 2009A, 2009B, 2011. In question answering systems, Adebisi et al. 2021, 2022. Ojokoh et al. 2014, 2016. Ojokoh and Ayokunle 2013. Ojokoh and Adebisi 2019. And sentiment analysis, Ojokoh and Kayode 2012. Ojokoh et al. 2013. Some of these are highlighted in the following subsections. Information retrieval and metadata extraction. There are three main classes of natural language information systems whose common aim is to retrieve or extract useful information from a set of informative sources, such as documents, expressed mainly in natural language. Pazenzia et al. 2004. They are information retrieval, information extraction, and question answering. These three approaches are strictly intertwined, both from the methodological and the technical point of view. The information retrieval IR process is described in Figure 1, while Figure 2 gives a picture of information extraction process. One of my earliest and major contributions in this domain was automated metadata extraction from heterogeneous digital library documents, Ojokoh 2009. Automated metadata extraction from heterogeneous digital library documents. Birmingham et al. 1994, in related terms to today's lecture title, described the digital library as a generic name for dynamic federated structures that provide intellectual and physical access to the growing worldwide networks of information encoded in multimedia digital formats, and examine research towards the broad goal of personalized harvesting in the information wilderness, organized around agency-based architecture. Dear Vice Chancellor, two prominent and researchers in this domain, Witten and Bainbridge, 2003, reported that the digital library is not really a digitized library. They describe digital libraries as being about new ways of dealing with knowledge, preserving, collecting, organizing, propagating, and assessing it. Not about deconstructing existing institutions and putting them in an electronic box. This relates to the idea of my research sojourn in intelligently traversing through the information wilderness. Aggregating all of this, and with my experience in research over the years, I would say that a digital library encompasses intelligent search through heterogeneous electronic collections and repositories with the possibility of effective knowledge discovery and decision making. In Ojokoh et al. 2008B, an online projects and thesis management system was developed. The system provided digital library services such as query, list, display, and administrative services like addition, update, and deletion of documents. There are three broad classes of library elements: data, metadata, and processes. Data are library materials. Metadata are information about the library and its materials. Processes are active functions performed over library elements. The Vice Chancellor, while trying to address automated metadata extraction from heterogeneous digital library documents, I studied different parts of documents, including citations and references. The proposed methods for solving metadata extraction problems generally fall into two categories: the rule-based approach and the machine learning approach. Rule-based approach for metadata extraction. In a rule-based approach, a human expert carefully examines example documents to understand their structure and patterns. Based on this knowledge, he creates a set of rules that the computer will follow to automatically extract the important metadata. Rule-based reference metadata extraction. A study by Ojokoh 2009 designed and implemented a system for automatically extracting metadata for reference lists. This system include a series of steps to process references. The F1 measure evaluation of reference metadata extraction from 10 book reference styles is displayed in Table 1. In a study by Ojokoh et al. 2009a, a document metadata extractor was developed. This tool uses an algorithm adapted from Summers 1998 that segments by keyword combined with pattern matching. The tool was tested on a set of 40 randomly selected theses, dissertations, and a few technical reports downloaded from the web. The system was evaluated based on recall, precision, accuracy, and F1 measure, with the results presented in Table 2. Machine learning-based metadata extraction. The Vice Chancellor, in the course of my intelligent traversal through the information wilderness for knowledge discovery, I investigated the application of machine learning for metadata extraction. Ojokoh et al. 2011. Machine learning is the study of methods for programming computers to learn. There are 3 different types of tasks in machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised learning. A supervised algorithm referred to as trigram was developed in Ojokoh et al. 2011. The proposed hidden Markov model is different from the traditional hidden Markov model HMM, which utilizes the common Viterbi algorithm. It is a new model referred to as trigram, a full second-order HMM, but with the placement of more priority to the words emitted in transitions to the same state. The new transition matrix is 3-dimensional, stating that the probability of transitioning to a new state depends not only on the current state according to the traditional HMM, but also on the previous state. This allows more information to be incorporated into the model. The second-order transition and emission probabilities are obtained based on the fact that higher orders HMM can be transformed to an equivalent first-order HMM. This fact established the simplicity of the proposed model. Figure 3 shows the architecture of the HMM metadata extraction process. Table 3 shows the results of the experiments carried out using the baseline methods and the trigram model. Question answering systems. Question answering QA can be described as the process of automatically extracting specific answers to a question in natural language. In 2017, in a work funded by Twas Comstead Grant, proposed a way of identifying, extracting, and classifying questions in order to enhance high-quality answers in an online forum. As an extension to this, Ojokoh et al. 2023 proposed a grant answers for related questions using Hen, callback, Leibniz, KL divergence to obtain ranked answers to a question. The evaluation of the proposed model revealed high accuracy and prediction. Opinion mining for e-commerce promotion. The rapid growth of the web has led to the rapid expansion of e-commerce, among other things. And review comments are becoming one of the most powerful and expressive sources of user preferences. Ojokoh et al. 2013. In Ojokoh and Kayode 2012, we proposed and developed opinion extraction, data analytics, and smart recommendation for decision support. We are currently living in the data age. where almost every task we engage in our daily lives rely on data and can be digitally tracked and supported. A vast amount of diverse data, including numbers, text, images, audio, and video, is generated in our daily activities as we shop, work, communicate, socialize, relax, and travel. Wang et al., 2023. In order to facilitate decision-making from this data, some scientific procedures are required to extract knowledge and insights. One of these is data analytics. Data analytics is the process of examining, cleaning, transforming, and modeling data with the goal of discovering useful information, informing conclusions, and ultimately supporting decision-making. It is a broad field that encompasses various techniques and tools to extract knowledge from these data. These data could be structured data like databases or spreadsheets, or unstructured data like text documents, social media posts, images, or videos. Types of data analytics. Data analytics is a broad field essentially. There are 4 primary data types of data analytics: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. Each type has a different goal and place in the data analysis process. Big data analytics and artificial intelligence for sustainability. As a managing guest editor in Scientific African, we provided an editorial for a special issue in Ojokoh et al. 2020 on big data analytics and artificial intelligence for sustainability in the African context. Therein was an introductory note to a collection of 13 articles on the trial as they relate to sustainability. Big data refers to a collection of data sources, technologies, and methodologies that have emerged from the exponential growth in data creation over the past decades. They are complex and heterogeneous data with capacities that cannot be managed and processed within a tolerable computing time by commonly used algorithms. In the global south, including Africa, the potential of big data and analytics are great, leveraging the plethora of data everywhere around us. This serves like a gold mine that has to be explored for meaningful knowledge discovery that can uplift the nation economically, socially, academically, and in virtually all spheres. Big data analytics is like a powerful microscope, allowing us to see patterns and gain insights from the vast amount of information we generate. The United Nations set out 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, as a roadmap to tackle global challenges. Dear Vice Chancellor, while trying to solve problems with data analytics over the years, I have co-authored works that involve filtering and evaluation of entities to produce ranked results that support decision-making, as in Webometric Ranking of Universities, Ojokoh and Akinola, 2017, Co-Ranking of Publications, Venues, and Authors, Jang et al., 2011, Publication Recommendation, Igbe and Ojokoh, 2016, Academic Staff and Employee Evaluation, Ojokoh et al., 2019, Arogundade et al., 2020, Electronic Product Recommendation, Ojokoh et al., 2012-2015, E-Learning Material Recommendation, Oduwobi and Ojokoh, 2015, Tourist Location Recommendation, Ojokoh and Amaunam, 2020, Oguntuashi et al., 2024, Movie Recommendation, Ojokoh et al., 2020, Housing Recommendation, Ojokoh et al., 2018, Famiwole et al., 2023, and Publication Venue Recommendation, Adebayo and Ojokoh, 2024. These works are in the following subsections. Problems solved with recommendation systems. There are a number of general problems and issues that these different recommendation techniques have. Over the years, researchers, including myself, have been developing new techniques and algorithms to address these challenges and improve the overall effectiveness, fairness, and user experience of recommendation, or as known as recommender systems. The issues that exist include the cold start, shilling attack, synonymy, latency, data sparsity, gray sheep, and contextual problems. Other challenges include serendipity, algorithmic bias, diversity, user trust, black box, and exploitation. Some of these highlighted problems have been solved through some of our proposed solutions described succinctly as follows. Fuzzy logic-based recommendation. The Vice Chancellor, we propose an example of content-based filtering system in Ojokoh et al. 2012. Figure 5, Table 4, shows the results of the developed system. And the outcome of the experimental evaluation shows greater user satisfaction and average rating of 93%. We also solved the problem with a weighted hybridization approach in Ojokoh et al. 2015. Cold start problem with switched hybrid filtering. We solved that problem with two notable studies, Oduwobi and Ojokoh 2015 and Ojokoh and Hamaonam 2020. In a similar vein, Ojokoh et al. 2020 proposed content-based filtering and added parental control for movie recommendation. So this enables parents to create a safe and enriching movie watching experience for their children. The Vice Chancellor, we address personalization in recommendation systems in meal recommendation for health purposes by Ojokoh and Babalola 2015, for children meal recommendation in Umoren et al. 2022, for tourist recommendation in Ojokoh and Hamaonam 2020. We improved that, including contextual recommendation in Oguntuashe et al. 2024. We provide solution to location recommendation in houses recommendation in Ojokoh et al. 2018 and Famiwole et al. 2023. Publication venue, author, university, and personnel recommendation and evaluation. We solve the problem of ranking authors, journals, and venues in Jang et al. 2011. Igbe et al., Igbe and Ojokoh 2016 added users' interest. Adebayo and Ojokoh 2024 proposed a prescriptive analytics technique to recommend publication venues for our researchers. Contextual recommendation. The past recommendation systems, the traditional ones, do not consider the fact that user preferences change over time. We solved this problem in Oguntuashe et al. 2024 by proposing a mobile context-aware system to suggest places based on the mood, budget, and companions of the tourists. In a study funded by NRF TED Fund, Adewale et al. 2024 explored the adaptation of educational content, learning pathways, and contextual information to individual learner needs and preferences by classifying learners' learning styles and considering factors like location and time The system aimed to create a more engaging and effective learning environment. Dealing with shilling attacks in recommendation systems. Afolabi et al. 2024 emphasized the risk that may occur due to the astonishing amount of personally identifiable information that are revealed. In order to reduce cyber and physical attacks, the PhD research sought to mitigate these shortcomings by developing an improved privacy-preserving, location-aware, collaborative filtering recommender system. Multi-criteria decision-making, which is also known as multi-criteria decision analysis, is a structured approach to making decisions. In real-world scenarios, decisions are rarely based on a single factor. For example, when buying a car, you might consider price, fuel efficiency, safety, features, and style, all at the same time. Multi-criteria decision-making MCDM provides a framework to analyze and evaluate such complex decisions, taking into account all criteria and their relative importance. Dear Vice Chancellor, while most of the recommendation systems we proposed required more than one criterion, we further studied the situation in deeper forms in 2 domains, while supervising 2 PhD research students highlighted as follows. Ojokoh and Afolayan 2019 analyzed MCDM methods for contractor selection in Nigeria. Afolayan et al. 2018 further investigated the challenges facing multi-criteria group decision-making approaches. Afolayan et al. 2018b evaluated pre-qualification decision criteria for selecting contractors in Nigeria using analytic hierarchy process. Afolayan et al. 2021 solved the problem identified in Afolayan et al. 2018 by developing a feedback integrated web-based MCDM method for contractor selection using Fuse AHP. The proposed result demonstrated accuracy of 98.2, 99.99, and 98.24% respectively. And Afolayan et al. 2020 confirms the effectiveness of the models. Multi-objective diet recommendation. A well-balanced diet serves as a cornerstone for safeguarding against both present and future health adversities. This informed our study of Babalola et al. 2028A, 2020A, 2020C, using genetic algorithms. Babalola et al. 2020A explored the efficacy of African buffalo optimization methods. Babalola et al. 2024 developed a Pareto-based multi-objective evolutionary algorithm for cost-effective and efficient preparation time while provisioning personalized meal recommendation. Health informatics for improved health care. Another prominent area where I've made contribution is health informatics. In Samuel et al. 2013, we proposed a web-based decision support system using Fuzzy logic. We have solved the problem of application of machine learning to the diagnosis of lower respiratory tract infections in pediatric patients by Olayemi et al. 2017 and 2018. In Omishore et al. 2021, we developed a multimodal adaptive neurofusy inference model for personalized diabetes management. Pandemic impacts and preparedness, a case study of COVID-19. Dear Vice Chancellor, the outbreak of COVID-19 infectious diseases necessitated a study by Ojokoh et al. 2022 to assess the disruption issues that farmers and farming systems faced during the stay-at-home orders as a result of lockdown, social distancing, and restriction of inter-border movements caused by COVID-19. In another simultaneous study, Ojokoh et al. 2022, carried out a continental analysis of modeling and predicting the spread of COVID-19. The Vice Chancellor. The pursuit of a COVID-19 pandemic response system resulted in an NRF TED Fund grant to achieve automated contact tracing with privacy-preserving and case-based referral for prediction and containment of COVID-19 in Nigeria. Through the study, we've been able to carry out an extensive review of the landscape of digital contact tracing efforts since the pandemic's onset, drawing insight from a scoping review of 768 articles. The findings reveal a surge in the research activity in 2020. Further, Ojokoh et al. 2024 investigated the efficacy of digital frameworks with a specific focus on contact tracing apps in stemming the spread of COVID-19 within Nigeria. We have also developed a patented autonomous contact tracing wearable device with vitals and environmental sensing that reads human health vitals such as temperature, heartbeat rate, and movement steps. It also tracks location and movement pattern relative to others around using Bluetooth technology with integration with our developed Tracy and Traversal mobile apps with deployment in 6 cities from 6 different geopolitical zones of Nigeria. In a position letter published in Nature by members of the TWAS Advisory Committee on Pandemics, including me, Aziz et al. 2022, stresses the importance of genomic surveillance. In STEM, gender, and sustainable development goals research, we carried out a number of studies, including Ojokoh and Daramola 2005, Ojokoh 2009, Ojokoh et al. 2015, Ojokoh et al. 2013, and Ojokoh et al. 2014. In ongoing researches, we are evaluating our automated contact tracing system against conventional approaches, such as manual contact tracing. And in another NRF TED Fund sponsored project led by Dr. Mayowa Ikukmapai, including Professors Chiwumba Harum and Eileen Ogunshui as members, we are investigating sustainable solutions to mass housing, including the use of AI-based soft computing algorithms for ranking building material options. Going further, as a future outlook, I intend to apply AI to solve societal and sustainability problems addressing the challenges faced in healthcare and diet-related issues with gender-inclusive approaches while encouraging younger scientists to pursue more engaging, meaningful, problem-solving, and usable research. Dear Vice Chancellor, in conclusion, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in about the last 40 minutes, I have presented my modest contributions to knowledge in artificial intelligence, spanning text mining, data analytics, smart recommendations, health informatics, and my specific studies on STEM and gender. I have explored the vast and often overwhelming information landscape of the digital age. With this lecture, I have emphasized the importance of intelligent strategy provisioning while navigating the information wilderness in order to find the knowledge we seek and by experience, obtain wisdom for effective decision-making in our day-to-day lives by leveraging powerful tools like search engines, information extraction and retrieval techniques, question answering systems, recommendation systems, machine learning, and other AI applications. We can transform this information wilderness into a fertile ground for knowledge discovery and informed decision making. Recommendations. The digital age presents a transformative opportunity to harness AI and digital technologies for the betterment of society. In the pursuit of this, I make the following recommendations. Safeguarding information quality and promoting digital literacy. Because of the proliferation of misinformation and disinformation, a multi-pronged approach is required to establish standardized quality indicators for online information and increasing transparency in all our developed algorithms. Also fostering media literacy through education. Ensuring responsible AI use. As reliance on AI grows, a robust ethical framework is essential. This involves developing and enforcing guidelines that address bias, privacy, and transparency in AI systems. Investment in explainable AI technologies and open dialogue with stakeholders will foster trust and informed decision making. Additionally, incentivizing the development of transparent and ethical AI models through grants or awards can encourage responsible innovation. Promoting equitable access and regulating e-commerce. Ensuring equitable access to the digital world is paramount. Investing in robust digital infrastructure, including affordable high-speed internet and digital literacy programs, will bridge the digital divide. In the realm of e-commerce, regulations should address fake reviews, consumer fraud, and data privacy concerns, while also monitoring AI-powered personalization to prevent discriminatory practices. Harnessing AI in healthcare and ensuring open access. AI has the potential to revolutionize healthcare through data analysis and personalized medicine. However, stringent private and security measures are necessary to protect sensitive health data. Equitable access to AI-powered healthcare tools should also be a priority. Open access to research and data can accelerate knowledge discovery, and sustainable funding models should be explored to ensure continued access. And lastly, prioritizing sustainability and international collaboration. The development and deployment of AI must align with sustainability principles. Governments can incentivize businesses to adopt AI solutions that prioritize environmental and social considerations. International collaboration is crucial to establishing global standards and regulations for AI, and continuous monitoring and adaptation of policies will be necessary to keep pace with technological advancements. Acknowledgements. The Vice Chancellor, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, I render gratitude to the Lord and King of my life, my all in all, who made this day reality through his untold mercies. I am eternally grateful to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who found me when I was lost, and to the Holy Spirit, who has been my sustaining strength of comfort through the vicissitudes of life. I would have been forgotten if not for the grace of the living God. I was earnestly looking forward to a great day which never came, when I would have been strongly part of an inaugural lecture to be titled Fermenting for Nutritional Quality, the Food Industry Experience, to be delivered by a man who supported my dreams and achievements with all he had. I'm grateful to the unquestionable Most High God for the opportunity to have such a humble, lovely, and selfless husband who was always there as I climbed the ladder from the lowest to the peak. As I bow to the will of the Almighty, I say an eternal thanks to the memory of late Professor Anthony Ojokoh. This lecture will be incomplete if I do not appreciate my late dad, Honorable Babatunde Joseph Abegunde. It will be 2 years tomorrow that he left this world. Who demonstrated his unalloyed support and motivation for scholarship and excellence right from my childhood. So I didn't see being educated as a secondary goal. My dad never stopped encouraging me. He tirelessly anticipated my progress as I climbed the ladder in academics and moved through all my promotion milestones with his mind and heart until I became a full professor. It was as if we were doing it together. He even called a party at the announcement of my professorship. I would have loved it if he were still alive to celebrate today with me. Nevertheless, I take solace in God. My sincere appreciation goes to my dear mom, mother of mothers, Mrs. Rachel Olufumilola Abegunde. She's currently in the US and she will be with us online. Who supported me spiritually, morally, and financially. She went out of her way to make sure we had a good education. May the good Lord give you more joy over all your children. My gratitude goes to my lovely siblings, Temitope, a sister like a friend, for her unalloyed support. Omotayo, my ever supportive sister. My brothers, Sadedayo and Olushola, for being there, and my lovely baby sister, Oluwaseyi, for her compassionate care. I appreciate them all and their spouses and children for their great support, financially, spiritually, and morally in my endeavors. Special thanks to my uncle who has been my dad after the demise of my dad, Mr. Kayode Abegunde, who is here, and the entire Abegunde family. Baba Olaofe Ogundipe, who is always giving me a call almost every day since my dad left. Adebi Adebayo and the entire Adebayo family. My paternal aunts, Mama Florence Daramola and Victoria Ademiluyi. My maternal aunts, Mrs. Ademiluyi and Ayegbusi. I thank all our extended family members, the entire Ojokoh family, Pa Moses and Mrs. Magdalene Ojokoh, and all their children and their spouses. I thank the Tawoshes, my caring mother-in-law, Mrs. Juliana Modupe Tawoshe, and all our children and their spouses. I want to appreciate the Daniels, Eshos, Falomos, Daramolas, Ademiluis, Ayegbusis, Akoshiles, Ibimiluas, Mrs. Fumilayo Anwo, Barrister Ayodeji, and late Professor Mrs. Ambimbola Odu. I want to thank all my elementary and secondary school teachers and all my lecturers in the university. As I journeyed on this academic path, I have met mentors who showed me the way to go. My gratitude goes to my master's and PhD supervisor, Baba, who is here, Professor Samuel Oluwole Falaki, for his fatherly, pivotal, and inestimable roles to my advancement. I want to appreciate Mama, his dear wife, for her formidable support. I want to thank the former Dean of the School of Computing and my PhD co-supervisor, Professor Lumide Sunday Adewale, for his guiding support, mentorship, and commitment to my progress, and always showing me, even up till today, that I can do it. I want to thank Professor Ming Jiang from China, who hosted my PhD visit, Professor Luwale Charles Akinyokun, and I also appreciate the current Dean of School of Computing, in the person of Professor Boniface Kayode Aleshe, a diligent leader and brother who supported this program with all his strength. I thank Professor Labode Olatunbosun, Professor Adetumbi, Professor Luadare for their support towards my career advancement. I wish to acknowledge my sister professors, Professor Lutayo Boyimbode, Professor Daramola, and all the professors in the School of Computing. I want to thank all the academic staff for all their support towards the success of this program and my career. My special appreciation goes to the Department of Information Systems, the past and present HODs, Professor Agbonifo, Dr. Ibam, and other staff members. Dr. Afolayan, Dr. Makinde, Dr. Akiriwa, Mrs. Ugu, Mr. Balogun, Mr. Opako, Mr. Orue, Daram Adeniola, and Akinimi. I thank all the technical staff, Mr. Sumola, the school officer, Mrs. Obamuyi, and all the technical and administrative staff of the school. My unalloyed appreciation goes to my academic mentees who have been of great support and encouragement to me on this journey. I especially thank Dr. Samuel Omishore Igbe, Afolayan Babalola, Olushola Babalola, Tolulope Ugu, Samuel Olotu, Olufunke Olayemi, Olumide Kayode, Olutosin, Oluwadare, Olaleke, Aliyu, Oguntuase, Amauna, Maboluje, Akinsulire, Akinola, Umore, Ayokunle, and Gbenga Ojo, Mercy Adebisi, and all those who have contributed in one way or the other to support this great event. I thank all my research collaborators that I cannot mention now, and special thanks to my friends, my dear friends, Mrs. Abimbola Pokuola, Mrs. Folashade Isikaye and her husband, Mrs. Juliana Oluwakayode and her husband, Mrs. Dembofa Atinwo, Professor Oluwasefumi Arogundade and her husband, Professor Peter Adebayo Idowu, who are always there to answer my questions and give advice. Mrs. Mary Arogunjo and her husband, Dr. Jumoke Omoshonwani and her husband, Dr. Grace Adebola and her husband, and Mrs. Olasalahu. I want to recognize the support of TWAS, TYAN, ComSat, Giga Science, that I cannot mention all of them here, and the ComSat Technical Advisory Committee, ACM, FUNA, Professor Noshoga, and a lot of them. Special thanks to Above Whisper Media Foundation and the founder, Irelu Bisi Fayemi, former First Lady of Ekiti State. Special appreciation goes to the past Vice Chancellor since I joined FUTA. Professor Kolawole, Professor Adeniyi, Professor Balogun, late Professor Daramola, Professor Fuwakpe. I acknowledge the past deans of the former School of Sciences, Professor Koriko, former registrars, Dr. Ajayi Misarifalo. My sincere thanks go to our current amiable Vice Chancellor. Professor Adenike Temidayo Holadiji. Professor T.T. Amos, I appreciate DVCA, Professor S. Oluyamo, DVCD, Mr. C.O. Adeleye, Registrar, Mr. J. Adeshoba Bossa, Dr. R.A. Awoyemi, Librarian, and all former principal officers, former and current directors, former and current deans. I appreciate all St. Louis old students, XU old students, OWSD chairpersons, former and current, all speakers of the current ongoing program, and special gratitude goes to the Deeper Christian Life Ministry, all our state overseers, current and past, who are here and not here. I appreciate you, and especially Daddy Oguniyi and the family. I thank this DSCF Osua alumni, and with appreciation to the author of Times and Destiny, the restorer of paths and days, I appreciate my newly found love, angel, friend, father, husband, Olabomi Tawoshe Babajide, for his formidable support and prayers towards the reality of today's event. And lastly, my special gratitude goes to my lovely children, Praise, Precious, Promise, Joy, and Faith. Your support and understanding are incomparable. I love you all to the moon and back.
Please, another round of applause for the inaugural lecturer. Thank you, Professor. May we please have a seat? Thank you, Professor Ojokoh, for making us proud. So eloquently delivered lecture. and I believe all the uneducated have been educated. It is customary when we come for inaugural lecture to recognize and thank some special guests in our midst. Permit me to start from our elders in the house. So I want to recognize specially a lecturer of the inaugural lecturer, although he's been recognized before. Please let me recognize our Professor Emeritus, Professor Sunday Oluwole Falaki, who is here with his amiable wife. Thank you, Baba and Mama, for mentoring Professor Bolanle Ojokoh, because you did it for us. You did it for FUTA. Thank you very much, sir. We also have in our midst Professor Joseph Olaseyinde Afolayan, is a former Vice Chancellor, Landmark University, and also Anchor University. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. We have Professor Olatunde Arayela, the former Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic. Thank you for always coming, sir. Professor Deji Rufus Ogunshemi is the former Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic. Also, we thank you for coming. Dr. Mrs. Modupe Olayinka Ajayi, my sister and former Registrar FUTA. Thank you, ma. She is always here. We have in our midst also the former Acting University Librarian, Dr. Mrs. Adenike Oluremi Abiolu. Thank you, ma, for coming. We have today the former University Librarian, Prince Adegbule Adeshida. Thank you, sir. We are grateful you came to us today. We have in our midst Mrs. Zainab Falaye, also a former Deputy University Librarian here in FUTA. Thank you, ma'am. We have in our midst one of our elders, is a former member of the Governing Council here in FUTA, Professor Olubode Kolade Koriko. Thank you, Professor Koriko. I think that's your permanent corner. We also have in our midst a member of our Governing Council, we call him our employer, Professor Fashoran Baku. Prof, I also know your corner. Thank you for coming. We have in our midst the co-supervisor of the inaugural lecturer, Professor Sunday Adewale, is also the former chairman, Committee of Deans. Thank you, sir. We are grateful. We have today with us also the president, the former president, FUTA Alumni Association Worldwide, Pastor Adelakon. Thank you, Pastor, for joining us. The present alumni worldwide is also ably represented by the Vice President, in person of my sister and friend, Mrs. Ola Salau. Mrs. Ola Salau, thank you for coming. Joining us today at this inaugural lecture, we also have the immediate past head of service in Ondo State, Pastor Olabanji Ogundele. Thank you, sir, for joining us. We are happy to see you again. We have the brother of the inaugural lecturer, Mr. Abegunde Olushola Olaniye. Mr. Abegunde, thank you very much for coming. We have Mr. Abegunde Kayode, uncle to the inaugural lecturer. We are grateful. Thank you for finding time. We also have Mr. Abegunde Oladimeji, also uncle to inaugural lecturer. Thank you. We appreciate you for coming. We have today the Deputy Registrar at Boise, Ikere Ekiti, Mrs. Oluwakemi Ayodeji. Mrs. Oluwakemi, thank you, ma'am, for coming. We have the participants of the 3rd African Symposium and 16th IYAN International Thematic Virtual Conference on Big Data. Please, if you are here, just wave your hands. You are attending that conference. Thank you very much for honoring our inaugural lecturer. TITO 2024 participants, chaired by the inaugural lecturer, we thank you all for coming. We have members of the Deeper Life Bible Church, Ikmisha, English District, Akure. If you belong to the group, please wave your hands. Let's see you. Deeper Life Bible Church, Ikmisha. Thank you very much for coming. We acknowledge and thank the members of the School of Computing, all the staff of the School of Computing, ably led by the Dean, Professor Boniface Kayode Alishe. Today in our midst, we have Damilola, the son of the inaugural lecturer. Damilola, may you please rise so that we'll see you. Thank you very much. We have Promise, also a son of the inaugural lecturer. Thank you very much, Promise. We have Precious, another son of inaugural lecturer. We recognize him. In absentia, we have Joy, daughter of inaugural lecturer. Joy, thank you very much for being here. We have Faith, also daughter of inaugural lecturer. Thank you very much, Faith. We have somebody who the inaugural lecturer described as her newly found love, angel, friend, father, and husband, in person of Mr. Tawoshe Babajide Olabomi Olawole. Thank you very much for being the angel and the newly found love. Thank you very much for coming, sir. We recognize the other siblings of the inaugural lecturer. We recognize the friends and family members of the inaugural lecturer here present, academic and professional colleagues of the lecturer, members of the Deeper Life Church, and the old students of St. Louis Girls School, Ikera Ekiti. We are grateful to the gentlemen of the press, and we acknowledge with thanks the most important group of persons here present today. Great Futarians. Great Futarians. You are the most important and you are the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ira. Once again for the Vice Chancellor. Please, a brief announcement before the closing. Only the husband, the children, and the emeritus Professor Samuel Falaki are to join the Vice Chancellor's group photograph at the Robin venue. Please, once again, only the husband, the children, and emeritus Professor Sunday Falaki. Thank you very much. Let us all rise and remain standing for footer and national anthems.
Ever winning, ever living, ever peaceful, advancing the course of technology. Land of nation, landmark. For national progress, academic excellence is a tradition. Technology for self-reliance. Self-reliance, yes. Self-reliance, yes. Promoting of unity, not courtesy. Championing the cause of technology. The shining example. The pride of Nigeria. With the blessings on our side, we shall go places. For self-reliance. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland.
Let us all remain standing for the academic possession of the Vice Chancellor in a reverse order. I would like to ask to recognize the presence of former member of council, Professor Jonathan Oyekwele. You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Please, another announcement. OWSD members should meet Dr. Mrs. Kolawole for their food at the entrance of this auditorium. Thank you very much for coming. Up slow, sirs. You are welcome all.